Alright, last week I spent a bit of time showcasing the Elgato Key Light Neo, which is an incredible device. It's still way brighter than I thought it was going to be, but I never got a chance to showcase how well it worked with the Stream Deck because my PC was... It's a long story, let's not get into that. I don't want to bring that trauma back. I'm going to show you how to control all of those through the Elgato Stream Deck. It's relatively simple, but I think for anybody who's new to using these kind of devices and getting into the Elgato ecosystem, this could really help. Anyway, no more faffing around, let's jump straight into the tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you already have the Control Center app set up and ready to go. So we're going to go down here onto the taskbar, open it up, and you'll be able to see a bunch of different options. This one here controls this light, which, I'm gone apparently. And this one underneath it, if we go ahead and get rid of this, controls that light over there, the Key Light Neo. So we can turn it off and we can turn it on. Simple, easy to use. So let's get this thing set up with the Stream Deck, and there are a couple of ways of doing this. You have your basic key functions, which we're going to go through, and then for those of you who are lucky enough to have the Elgato Stream Deck Plus, I'm going to also show you how to control everything with the dials, and I personally find these a lot easier than using the keys. So we're going to start by going up to the search bar right here and typing in Control Center, and that will show you all of the commands and the options that you had available down here in this little app, but of course it's all on the Stream Deck. So we're going to go from the top and work our way down. Let's start with the simple on/off button, grab that, drag it over, and if you're working with multiple lights, you have to select the one that you want to control. So let's go and select the Neo, and then as you can see, when I tap the button, the Neo will then turn off and it will turn on. Simple. Then you have the set brightness option, and we're going to grab this, drag it over, and when we press this button, remembering to select the Neo rather than this big light because that would mess everything up, you'll be able to change the brightness of the Elgato Neo to specific settings. So you just jump from one to another. So I'm actually going to do two of these to show you the comparison. Go down here, select Neo, and then we're going to have one button at 100% brightness, and that's going to make that go super bright. The exposure will adjust, but you get the idea. Then we're going to select this one, and we're going to keep that all the way to around about 10%. And now if we just tap one button, 100%, it's going to go to 100%. And then if we tap the second, it's going to go down to 10. So that's an easy way of just flicking from a nice dim light to a really bright one. Now there is an option to incrementally adjust the brightness. So let's grab one of these and we'll grab another one just for the comparison. And again, make sure you have the right lights selected like so. Then for this top button, we're going to turn this to a plus 10%. So you're increasing the brightness by 10% every time you press it. And then for the second, we're going to go negative 10%. So we're turning it down. So very simply put, turning it up goes plus 10%, plus 10%, plus 10%. And of course my camera is adjusting for the exposure, but you get the idea. It goes up by 10% each time, and then we tap it again and it goes down, 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 down. Cool. So let's go ahead and delete all these. You understand the basic functions of turning it on and making it brighter. Now you can adjust the temperature. We go and grab a set temperature, and we grab another one of those. And then we're also going to grab an adjust temperature and put those next to that one like so. Make sure you have the right key light set for all of these. Now let's start over here. I'm sure you already understand the basics of how this one is going to work, but you can set to a really warm light automatically like that, or you can go over here and go to a really cool light, and you can tell the difference between the two. If we tap warm, it goes warm. You tap cold, it goes cold. And you can set individual things based on how you record. If you're looking for a bit of a guideline on what temperatures to use, it depends on a bunch of different factors. The lights in your room, the settings you have in your camera, but as a rule of thumb, if you want a nice recording light, I typically stick mine at around about 4200 Kelvin. And then for the cool light, if you want to emulate a nice and natural kind of sunlight tone, then you would want to put this one, the cool light, between 5000 to 6000 Kelvin. Again, it depends on all of your settings, but that normally works for me. Stick it around about 5500. That's kind of a nice round number. That should work fine. My tiny little camera is probably a terrible example, so this is more of a better representation of what those temperatures look like. And then of course we can come in here and adjust the temperature manually by 100 to 200 Kelvin every time we tap the button. Negative 200, boom. We zoom out, we can now see if we tap it multiple times, we can make it go super warm, and it will go super cold. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. If we go ahead and delete those, if you're using something like the Elgato LED strips, you have the option to adjust color and things like that. You don't get that with the key light specifically. I hope this gives you an understanding of how it works. I recognize that it's very simple, but for somebody who's new to this, it's nice having a very easy to follow guide and tutorial on setting this up. And then for the Stream Deck Plus, it's pretty much the same thing with the dials. We can just grab and adjust the brightness and an adjust temperature. Again, make sure you have the right bright light selected. And then yet again, you can change the increment that it is increased or decreased by when turning the dial. So if we very slowly turn the dial up, you can see that the brightness is increasing like so. And of course, we can do the same thing with the temperature, making it nice and warm all the way up to 2900 Kelvin. And then we can drop it all the way down to around about 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 Kelvin, like so. And of course, we can combine both of these actions together, the brightness and the temperature, using a multi-action. So if we tap one of the keys, go up here to the search bar, and then we can type in multi-action, open this guy up, grab one of these, and drag it over. Then from here, we go back up here to the search bar and type in Control Center, and you could have a really simple toggle that sets the brightness to a specific number and the temperature. Again, make sure you have your light selected, and we'll go 100% brightness and super warm, then copy and paste it, and then brightness all the way down, temperature super cold. And now when we tap the buttons, you'll be able to see that it goes from bright and warm to dim and cool, performing both of those actions in one go, which makes life nice and easy. Okay, the audio in my outro was kind of messed up for some reason. I need to look into that, but for now, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you want more guides and tips using the Sream Deck, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out some of the other videos in my Sream Deck Secrets series. I love making things like this and seeing the interaction that you guys constantly have with it. It makes it all worthwhile for me, so thank you. I love your faces, you're amazing and beautiful, and I'll catch you in the next one.